Hello everyone and welcome in this new video. Today we're going to create this section here. As you can see, it's based on two columns, and on the tablet version it gets on one, and then on the mobile version one column two. So we're going to recreate this section in Bricks Builder with Automatic CSS. So let's start right away. Let me check the structure of this section. We have a first column here and a second column, and inside of it a grid. So let's get back on Bricks Builder, plus button here. Then on the right, make sure the container is selected. And then here on display, grid. And here, right click and search for two columns. Here we are. Perfect. Now we need to make the left column a little bit smaller and keep the right one bigger. So I'm going to edit this. So I'm going to type hyphen and 3, and as you can see on the right, we have now the right side bigger and the left side smaller, as you can see here, right? Maybe it's a little bit smaller, so let me test out a few things. So let's see. Okay, with 1-2, I'm able to get the left side smaller and the right side bigger. Okay, so now let's add some gap here. Right click and yeah, click on this, and as you can see, the gap was added. Maybe we can do it more. I will type L instead of M. Yeah, so looks good. Let me check again the design. Okay, so we need to make a grid inside of this column. So select the container and then get on the plus button here and click on block. Open the container here on the right, click on the block and duplicate it. Great, now we have two blocks, the first one and the right one. Okay, we can also name it if you want, just to make it more clear. So we are going to name this left and this one right. Okay, so let me get again on design. Perfect. I'm going to select the left and plus button and add the elements inside of it in this way. Then on the right, I'm going to add a grid inside of it. So let me click the right block, and then here on the option panel, I'm going to select display. Where is it? Here is it. Click on it and select grid. Perfect. Then here right click and go with two column, and then here again two. So 2 rows and 2 column basically. Okay. So now we have set it up. So with this selected, again plus button, and we are going to add another block here inside of it. So click on it. I will click it 4 times, so we will have 4 blocks. If I open this, now I have the 4 blocks, okay, that I just added, as you can see showing on the screen. Perfect. So we will be starting with the first block. We are going to add the content in it. So with the block selected, plus button, and then we are going to start to add the elements like the icon, the title, and the description. So let's go on the heading. Oh, sorry, on the icon first, on the heading then, and the rich text. And now we have our elements inside of it. Click on this little arrow here and you will find all the elements inside of the first block. With the block selected, go on BEM. AutoBEM will allow you to add the classes to all of the items. So click on it and just give him a name. So I will try to add a unique name. Oops, so underscore, and yeah, so I will give him this name here, like that. Okay, apply classes. Perfect. And now all the items have the classes. So I can remove the other blocks because I'm going to use this one, I'm going to duplicate by clicking this other icon here on the right, and we'll duplicate all the blocks, and now everything is synced together because we have classes now. So let's start styling the left column. I'm going to copy also the text so that it looks same as possible, and then the text here. And the learn more button. Cool. You can click on external URL, so it will be hyperlinked. Okay, so let's start with the icon here. So the icon has a like a color, a border, or whatever. So let's change the icon first. I'm going here on font awesome, solid. You can also upload your own SVG if you want. You need to enable it from the admin. Anyway, let's click on the second icon and find a cute icon to add. I'm going really randomly here. Okay. The last one, let's add another icon here. Okay. So we set it up, our icons. Now, title. I'm going to paste it here. Take the description. Let's do the same thing to all of them so that it look a little bit better. Okay. Let's get the text very quickly. So meanwhile, I'm copying and pasting. Let me know in the comments what you think. If I should, get straightforward without copying the text and just, keeping lorem ipsum or whatever. I just want to know your thoughts. Maybe the video is faster than, I don't know. Anyway, let's now style everything. So first thing, I'm going to start with the left side. So let's close all and keep the left selected, the left block selected, and then go on center vertically so that it will stay in this position here. Okay, then let me go and check the spacing. So there is some spacing right between the elements, so I can go here on row gap, right click, and just select the spacing I prefer. I will go with the XS. Okay, so now there is the spacing also on the right side that we need to fix. So click on the other block like I did, and here there is gap. Okay, the gap, right click, you can choose the gap from Automatic CSS. I will get with the L maybe, or the M. You can choose the one that looks better. Okay, we go with the L. And let me check again the design. So the spacing looks similar. Okay. Okay, so now we also need to change the spacing inside of each card. Let's call them card. But before that, maybe we should start from these elements here and then go forward. So here you can change if you want the title, but depends on you. I will click on H1, but you could also keep the H2. Then style. On style here, you can give him a font size, maybe a little bit bigger, like an L, for example. And then the link button, we can add an icon on it. So icon, and select the icon. Here we go. The position, right. You can also change the gap if you want, or the size, whatever. You can just, type whatever you want here. I think I will keep it as default, but just to show you, you can actually, you know, put the value that you want. Anyway, I will remove it because I can keep it like this. Okay, so the styling is done here. Let's style a little bit here. So now we need to select this class because I want all of them to change. With this selected, go on styles, or first let's change the color maybe. I'm going to change the color to this one, and then the size also you can be changed. So I will type in you know, some values. Let me see, like 2em looks good. They are even smaller, so you can also try with 1.5 for example, and then go on style, layout, and we create some padding. So right click here, choose, you know, spacing, and then click on this little icon twice so that it you know, it does that on all the sides. Great. So now get on background, right click, and here if you click on command on the color, you can get the transparency inversions, and I get with that 10 transparency in this case. And then border, border, right click here and choose a radius like M for example, then click on this icon and everything will be applied. So one thing I noticed is that the icon is actually not square. That's why it doesn't really look right. And also on the design, it's a circle. So if you right click here and click on circle, as you can see, it makes a circle. So this is an icon problem because this circle looks like more compressed. So the fact is that the icon is not perfectly squared. So use a squared icon to avoid this problem. As you can see, the box is more like a rectangular icon. So that's why the circle is not perfect. Okay, so let's go forward with the rest. We need to change the spacing between all the elements inside of the block, right? So what we could do here is, first of all, let's close all the layers here on the right and select the first one. With the first one selected on the left side, click on the class to activate it, content, and then on the row gap, right click and, you know, space. You can use the XS space, and as you can see, everything is spaced evenly. Yeah, and looks pretty similar, right? So let me change the title. Select the title, select the class to activate it, of course, and then the HTML tag. As you can see, if you change the tag, it doesn't change on all the other items. So make sure the tag is same between all of them, or if you change the tag, you need to change it manually also on the other ones. Anyway, if we change the style, instead, this will be changing on all the elements. So on font size, as you can see, if I change the font size, let's say L, now, or what it is, yes, it's L, now everything changes. So, okay, so going to change also the text below. So click on this text here, go on here, activate the class, style, and here also on font size, go to choose your font size preference. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change this because it looks actually same as the structure here. I don't like the spacing between the two columns, so I'm going to click on this main container here, as you can see, and I want to increase the spacing more. So let's go on content, and then the gap, instead of this, I will try to put XL or XXL. Okay, so this looks better now because the left side was a lot smaller. As you can see from the design, looks a little bit, you know, looks the same. So I'm going to test now on the tablet version and then also the other resolutions. And as you can see, we have some problem here, right? So we need to fix this and put everything on the same column, and it's quite easy to do. So I will show you how to do that. Let's get here first. Let's say it's okay on this resolution, but let's say in this one I would like to have it on one column, right? So with this resolution selected, we need to go on the right side, select the container, and then on the left side, right click on the grid template columns and just add one column. And that's all. Now we have everything in one column, perfectly aligned, perfectly responsive. If you get on mobile, it's the same thing. But let's say in mobile, I would like to have the grid in one column, right? So get on mobile here, and then you can basically select this column. So open the container and get to the right column, select the right column, okay? With this selected, you can actually change the rows and the grid, right? So you can add grid 1, and as you can see, everything is still working on all other resolution. And if you get on mobile, also the grid is in one column. That's great, right? And it was pretty easy. Fully responsive, fully working. That's great. Thanks to Bricks and also Automatic CSS. If you have questions, if you have problems, comment below on this video. I will try to reply as soon as possible. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one. Bye.